Welcome to A Light in the Darkness, a devotional dedicated to spreading light in a darkening world. In this episode, he never went back to church again. It was a Sunday. For the first time in a long time, he walked into the church with his wife. They sat quietly in the back. He didn't want to be seen. He came for peace. His heart was heavy. His soul was tired. But he was trying. Then, as the pastor began to preach, his phone rang. He had forgotten to silence it. Just an honest mistake. The pastor froze, then said coldly, "Brother, respect the house of God. This isn't a stadium." All eyes in the church turned, cold, sharp, and judging. Even his wife moved slightly away from him, ashamed. He lowered his head. At the end of the service, they walked out quietly. But the judgment followed him. "This behavior has no place in God's house," one woman said. "Some people just don't belong here," another muttered. No one offered grace, not even his wife. When they got home, she looked at him in frustration. "You embarrassed both of us again." He said nothing. He grabbed his jacket and walked out. He wandered the streets alone, not angry at God, just deeply wounded by people who claimed to know God. He passed a bar and walked in, sat in the corner and ordered a water. His hands were still shaking. He reached for his glass. It spilled. The glass hit the floor and shattered. The bar went silent. He braced himself for more condemnation and shame. But then, the bartender walked over and wiped up the mess. "Hey man," the bartender said with a warm smile. "Don't worry, happens to all of us. Let me get you another, and don't you worry about the glass." That was the first smile he had seen all day. That day, he made a decision. I will never go back to church again. Not because he stopped believing in God, but because those who claimed to represent God pushed him away. The moral? Many believers will be shocked on the day of judgment. They sang loud in church, they prayed long, but they loved little. They judged, they condemned, and they forgot the heart of the gospel, in which Jesus said, "By this everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." That's from John chapter 13, verse 35. The man didn't lose his faith in God. He lost his faith in the church and those who represent it. Remember, Jesus didn't turn away the broken. He welcomed them. "It's not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick," said Jesus in Matthew chapter 9, verse 12. In an age where so many people are turning away from church or not even entertaining the idea of attending, it's important for us to remember the true nature and purpose of the church, to welcome all to hear the good news of Christ. May our Lord richly bless you all.